Good morning and welcome to FirstChurch. We're so glad to have you with us. We're excited for the service we have coming up today. If you want to follow along with us, comment or like or share. We like all of those things.
I've heard that those are 3 out of your 5 favorite words.
I'm not revealing the other 2.
I know.
So last week we had a sermon from Elizabeth. We're in our series called Gravity about giving.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth talked about John Wesley's phrase. Wesley was the person who started the Methodist Church.
Yes.
He has a phrase, earn all you can, save all you can, and give all you can. There's a rumor that you like that phrase.
Oh my gosh. It's like actually one of my favorite phrases because I think it I know it's kind of confusing to those who don't read a lot of John Wesley sermons because why would you sit around and read a lot of John Wesley sermons?
Elizabeth recommended it during her sermon, and I literally shook my head while I was on the day. I was like, don't do that.
Don't do
That would be a terrible use of your time.
Yeah, for real. That does not bring joy.
No.
But I really love earn all you can, save all you can, and give all you can, because I think as we're talking about this gravitational pull, and we talk about the pull of wealth and money, this phrase shows the depth of that. We need to earn all we can. It's God's, I don't believe that money is ours. It's God's gift.
One thing I really like about the phrase is that a lot of religious traditions shun earning money.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you shouldn't be focused on earning money. But the way that he focuses on earn as much as you can so that you can do the other things, so that you can use it well.
Yes.
And it's earning money is good. If you have a really high paycheck, that's awesome.
Right.
And you should strive for that because then you can use it in good ways.
Well, and that's what I love about the balance of all three is we're not only earning all we can, and we're also not just saving all we can. We're not supposed to be hoarders of this gift. We are supposed to save enough that we can live the life.
See, I have a way I would change the phrase.
Oh, I've not even thought about that as an option. Go ahead.
I would say earn all you can, save what you need, and then give all you can.
How do you define what you need?
I think you'd need to think of it in context like saving for retirement. How can you save in a way that you're going to have enough money, when you retire? How can you save in a way that you have an emergency fund if you lose your job or if you have a medical expense that surprises you? And make sure that you have those savings, but don't get so caught up in saving beyond that you prevent yourself from giving away money. Because I've come around a little bit in the way that spending money, I think, is actually a good thing. We all have jobs because people spend money or donate money if you work at a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. So you can't, if you're going to save everything, if everybody saved as much as they could, the economy would shut down because people need to spend money to have jobs. And it's a good thing that we're supporting other people's livelihood. Yeah. So I would say save what you need to save and then give and spend the rest of what you have.
Yeah, I dig that. And give all you can, I think really, just the way that Wesley talks about how money is God's gift that we get to use in the world. We get to choose whether we use money in a good way or we get to choose whether we use money in a not so good way. And when we think about funding nonprofits, when we think about giving to things like the church, when we think about I even think I'm a gift giver. It's funny because I don't really do love languages, but I love giving gifts, even though I don't love receiving. But giving gifts brings people joy.
I'm so bad at that. We've talked about this in the past.
Yeah, we have.
How would you recommend, if for someone like me, I'm a bad gift giver, what would you recommend?
I would recommend you make a note in your notes app on your phone. And when you hear somebody say what they love, take the note down. I know Roy loves tea. He drinks decaf only, mostly hibiscus tea. So if I went somewhere and it was the tea capital of the States, because I don't travel internationally, I would be oh my gosh, Roy would love a hibiscus tea packet.
Somebody left, they were I forget who I had this conversation with. I think it was Monica. It's I have extra tea at home that's decaf.
Yeah.
She just left it in the kitchen.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah. I'd be curious for our friends that are watching either live right now or after worship, what do you think of the phrase, earn all you can, save all you can, give all you can? Are you going to edit it? Are you going to have an adaptation, or an amendment, if you will, like Roy? Or are you kind of all in, like me?
You're all in.
I'm pretty all in on it.
Wow.
But that's kind of my personality type.
You are an all in personality.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a really important question for you.
Okay.
So Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan are coming to Dallas. When you're watching this, they will have already had the concert. A little behind the scenes, we're taping this before the concert happens. And Charlie
They're
XCX,
artists. Yeah. It's a concert.
It's a concert. She put out an album called Brat. It was very popular over the summer. People called it Brat Summer.
It was the green.
It was the green.
So in my household and in young adults, we have enough males that we thought it was brat summer. Like people were like cooking a lot of bratwurst.
No, it's Brat Summer. And the question, and because Brat became this identity of a personality, right?
Okay, so like you're having a brat summer.
Yes, and everyone was supposed to have a Brat Summer.
Yeah. Okay. How do you are you going to define
I'm
brat?
going to define Brat for you.
Okay.
Let me. Brat. The word brat refers to someone who is confidently rebellious, unapologetically bold, and playfully defiant.
It's definitely different than brat summer.
Yes, completely different than Brat Summer.
Okay.
Do you feel like you're Brat sometimes? As a reminder, it's confidently rebellious, unapologetically bold, and playfully defiant.
It's so annoying. It feels like you set me up to say yes.
You can say no. You can not be Brat. It's okay to not identify as Brat.
I don't like the phrase like brat or not brat.
Are you Brat or are you not Brat?
I guess I'm brat right now. I am confidently rebellious.
You are confidently
Yeah.
rebellious.
I might not check any of the other boxes, but I am.
I think you're unapologetically bold.
I can be.
Yeah. Are you playfully defiant? I'm a little more playful than you are.
Yes.
The real question I need to know is, was Jesus Brat? And the fact that I pray to God that this is the first time this has ever been asked in the history of the universe. Was Jesus Brat?
And the three things are,
Confidently rebellious, unapologetically bold, and playfully defiant.
I mean,
To me, it's
Yes.
check, girl.
fall at the floor.
Jesus is Brat. And not enough people are talking about it.
Well, I mean,
And that no one is talking about it.
the summer's over. So, like, should we have talked about it over the summer? Because Jesus
yes.
was brat all the time.
The summer is over and Brat's summer is over, but they're coming to Dallas this week, so that's why I'm talking about it this week.
Okay. Yeah, I hope that we have fulfilled your wants of talking about Jesus as brat.
And we decided that he is.
I think that Christ was
What
brat.
lesson can we learn from Jesus being confidently rebellious, unapologetically bold, and playfully defiant?
I mean, one of the big things for me is that he like spoke to and like created relationships with people who weren't normally
Yes.
in relationships with anybody,
People were outside
right?
of society.
I
So
think
Brat.
about is it in Mark, like blind Bartimaeus on the side of the road, and the disciples were like, "Hey, Bartimaeus, like be quiet." And Jesus was like, "Don't say that."
Yeah. So Brat.
Yeah, that is pretty bratty. Can you say that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he very much did not believe in like traditional power structures.
Right,
He was like,
obviously.
so, like the people who are telling you and forcing you to live a certain way,
Yeah.
don't listen to them. You know the truth. You
Right.
know that you need to live a life of love and don't let the rules get in the way of being a loving person.
Right.
And frankly, so Brat.
I cannot believe we're talking about this on our pre-show.
I can. Have you met me? Have you met me?
Yes.
Okay, hit us with some announcements. What do we got coming up?
Okay, we have a few announcements for you, and that is we are having a screening tomorrow of Join or Die, which is a documentary about like why it's important to belong in clubs or groups or organizations in America, and how like in the last 40 or so years, like belonging has declined.
Involvement in clubs,
Yes.
organizations, yeah.
So we're partnering with Thanksgiving Square, and you're going to want to come see that. So register online to let us know that you're coming. Then we have our Prayer Shaw ministry. It happens on the first and third Thursdays of the month, but the next one is going to be October 17th. And I learned that, like, you don't have to just knit. Like, you can be a crocheter, you can be a knitter, you can, any kind of, like, textile craft you can be a part of. So we encourage you to come and find a spot there. I know that that's hard because there are, it just left my brain. Oh, it happens during the day. That's what I'm trying to say, is that it happens like during the workday. But you don't have to be present in the meeting to be a part of our prayer shawl ministry. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
So I'm a quilter. Theoretically, even though, well, I work in a church, so I probably could go to the meetings. But let's say I worked in corporate America for this analogy.
It's so corporate.
That's me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a quilter, I could submit my quilts to the group.
Quilts can be prayer shawls?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Now I'm making a lot of statements. I'm being, what was the word? Bold?
You're being unapologetically bold. No, you're apologizing for your boldness right now. So this isn't very un-brat. Brat would be, I'm going to make a quilt and they're going to take it.
Okay.
That's brat.
Well, they could take it.
Sometimes you don't need to be brat, though. Sometimes you need to just get along with people.
Right. And because I'm not the leader of the group.
Right.
Yeah. But anybody who does any kind of textile work can submit work. And so, like, I know a lot of millennials who are into crocheting right now, and I would love to see millennials submit stuff for the prayer shawl ministry.
Name 5 millennials into crocheting.
My friend Maddie, my friend Meredith has tried. I've tried. Does that count?
It counts. You're into it.
And then I follow 2 people on YouTube that I couldn't tell you their names right now because I just watched their videos.
She got so close.
I could drop them in the description of this video, though, when I upload it to YouTube.
Is that where the description is? Right there?
Yeah.
Might have done
like
that.
when your finger does that.
No, definitely not.
Weird. Okay, and then the last announcement we have is All Saints Sunday is coming up. Actually, Monica's going to be on this show to talk about what All Saints Day is. But what we want to invite people is to remember a loved one. So generally on All Saints Sunday, we're celebrating the lives of those in the church family who have passed in the last year. What we're going to kind of put our own twist on is we would like for people to bring pictures in frames, preferably, of your loved ones who have either passed in the last year or just throughout your life. We're going to have tables set up in the atrium, and we do need you to register so that we know how many tables we're going to need for your pictures. But I think about bringing a picture of my mom. She passed away when I was in first grade, but I think about her all the time. I also think about my friend Sam, who passed a couple years ago. I might bring their pictures, and then we get to have a gallery of people we've loved. And we get to see the whole thing.
That's going to be very moving.
I think so.
It's going to be maybe a tearjerker on a Sunday morning.
Oh,
which
I love to cry.
I'm so bad at crying.
You don't know if you need that?
Yeah, on a Sunday morning, that's I'm trying to start my day right, my whole week right.
I mean, I'll
get to cry.
Yeah. I guess so.
You've got one other announcement on there that you didn't mention.
Well, today I'm saving that for last. Because
you just said last, so there's confusion.
Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. So if you're watching this live, we are having a town hall meeting right after church today. So if you're online, it is not too late to register for that. You can actually go on our website, register for it, put it online, and Roy is going to email you the link between now and the town hall meeting so that you can join. But if you're watching this later and you're like, oh, I wanted to watch the town hall. I'm out of town. I heard it's fall break. People are out of town.
I'm out of town.
Yes.
How am I going to watch the town hall?
You can email Roy Atwood, ratwood@fumcdallas.org, and you will send them the recording.
I will totally send it to them.
It would be your joy.
It would be my joy, my honor, my pleasure.
Yeah, that's all the announcements I have for you.
That's all the announcements that you have for us. I have one quibble with the announcements. I'm out of town today. Wait, am I?
No,
I'm not. I'm out of town next Sunday.
I can't. This is the talent they put me with.
So I will be able to email them.
Yes.
I just can't stay for the town hall because I have a thing.
Wow. You're just telling all your
secrets. So I will email myself the link to the town hall because I can't go. Look at that.
Look at that.
And then I'll email it to all of you as well.
That's true.
So thank you for joining us. We're so glad to have you with us. Please keep us in line because we obviously cannot do that ourselves. We hope you enjoy this worship service.